Here comes Linda.
Right, to start up our second concert, I'd like to welcome Johnny Key. Might fall down, but it might fall down, I've done it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody well? Everybody enjoying themselves? Soon put a stop to that. Right, this is the first time I've been to Digswell and I've heard songs being introduced by the name of their original publisher. Norman, do you know what I mean there? So when Norman came on and said he had a couple of northern songs, we all thought he meant north of England, but actually published by the Northern Songs Company, which was the Beatles publishing company.
But also Northern Songs
Nice
as well
one.
as that.
So, well done. Right, straight over everybody's head, but well done. A couple of things very quickly. Just want to tell you very quickly, I went to my local market last week and there was a record store there selling vinyl records, which I love, so I went up to the store holder. I said, I'd like a copy of Elvis Presley Wooden Heart, please. So I gave him the money, put the record in the bag, I took it home. I took it out of the bag at home, ready to play it, and I looked at the label and it said wooden leg. I thought, that's not right, so I put it back in the bag, went back to the market, said to the store holder, hey, I asked for wooden heart, and you gave me wooden leg. He says, yes, that's the pirate copy. Right, if you don't like George Formby, just try and put up with it for a little bit of time. A couple of songs from George Formby films. I know Ray likes them. He'll probably join in, he usually does. The first one's from a film called Spare a Copper. The song's called On the Beat. And it goes back to the days when if you wanted to know the time, you could ask a policeman. If you want to know the time, ask a policeman. The proper rhythmic time, ask a policeman. Every copper on the beat, yeah, he's got rhythm in his feet. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, ragtime, jazz time, swing, we're always on the beat. The lads in blue are always on the beat. We raise our buttons and we raise our voices in song to keep us cheering while we're swinging along. We're always smart and neat. To see us passing gives the girls a treat. They all start waving and they wink a friendly eye. They'll hear them whisper, ain't he sweet? We can sweep them off their feet because we're on the beat. Well, why do all the nursemaids say, I think you please so wonderful? Who's with cook on her half day, my Rhapsody in blue? Why do all the convicts shout, I think you please so marvellous? What is all this fuss about? Well, I'm not asking you. For the reason is plain. Let me tell you again, we're always on the beat. See you standing guard on every street. If things upset you, there's no need to worry or frown. Just ask a policeman and he won't let you down for anyone you meet. He's bound to tell you that we're hard to beat. We know the answers and we'll tell you one and all. Well, if you're wandering up and down, we'll show you how to go to town because we're on the beat. Beat. We're not allowed to stop and take a seat. We keep on walking through the winter, summer and spring. Rain or sunshine, well it don't mean a thing. We're always on our feet. We suffer agonies from cold and heat, but we don't grumble, for our duty must be done. Though we may be full of aches, we never had to ask for breaks, because we're on the beat. We're always on the beat. To see us passing gives the girls a treat. They all start waving and they wink a friendly eye. We'll hear them whisper Amy sweet, we can sweep them off their feet, because we're on the beat. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, you already know I like Elvis Presley from my previous story, but I used to have a pet mouse called Elvis, and I really miss him. He got caught in a trap. Right, another George Formby song from the film of the same name. It's called Get Cracking. If you haven't seen this film, it's like a prototype for the TV series of Dad's Army. George Formby was actually in the Home Guard, as well as having his role in Ensa. And yeah, this is a song about rivalry between two local... It's a film about rivalry between two Home Guard platoons, and this is how the film opens. We're marching along the street. And George reaches over his shoulder and he takes his uke out of his rucksack. And they all start marching along to this song. Hear those marching feet down our village street. It's the Home Guard going on parade. Every mother's son shouldering a gun. We're out to show the stuff on which we're made. Well, we're all set to win. I'll tell you all about the mob that I am in. When the lads of the village get cracking, and the whole platoon turns out, well, off we'll go, through rain or snow. We're just like proper soldiers, all in a row. At the pub on the right, we stayed all the night, and the barmaid smiled at me. Well, I brought my pyjamas, now don't say a word, 'cause I used to be a Boy Scout, and so I came prepared. When the lads of the village get cracking on the road to victory. Now a poacher for fun, he went bang with his gun at a rabbit near a tree. Well, diving for cover, a rabbit is fast, but when we heard that gun go off, the rabbit was lost. When the lads of the village get cracking and the road to victory. There's a whistling bit here. You know how to whistle, don't you? Put your lips together and blow. Take your teeth out if it helps. Now a girl on the land, she was waving her hand, just as friendly as can be. Well, talk of invasion, she wasn't afraid. She winked her eye at me and murmured, come on, invade. When the lads of the village get cracking down the road to victory. And we had a dance and it was full of romance, and did we have fun, oh gee. We looked at the colonel, we found the old chap. He was practicing manoeuvres with a girl on his lap. When the lads of the village get cracking on the road to victory. Last chorus now. When the lads of the village get cracking and the whole platoon turns out, off we'll go, through rain or snow. We're just like proper soldiers, all in a row. Now I never could learn to right or left turn, and the sergeant swore at me. We're all about turn there, but I did it so fast. The sergeant said, God blimey, he's right about something at last. When the lads of the village get cracking on the road